Hi. Today we will be covering the lambda functions. Till now we have covered initial part of the Python training. You know uh, we have till now we have covered like introduction to Python, basic data types, operators and expressions, control flow statements, functions, data structure, lists and tuples, dictionaries and sets. uh, we supposed to cover now file handling, modules and packages, error handling and object oriented programming. Okay, till 11th. Okay, functions. Do you know what is function in Python programming? Any one of you, all of you, can you let me know what is functions in Python? Rishabh.
So like normal function or like is there any like are you talking about the normal function which we created? Is it?
Any function, yeah, functions. uh, Thanks Jyoti for joining, Jyoti Raman.
Fayaz, I think function is a block of code that we can create and use after in the program or in the class.
Yes, it's a block of code to perform certain operations, right? Similar,
Yes.
similar to that function, we have something called lambda function in Python. What is lambda function? It is a small unit of code. In a single line of code, we will be writing lambda functions. Okay, there we will be having the expression and evaluation part. Okay, see here I am passing here. This is the lambda function. Lambda function is a small anonymous function. Take any number of argument, but it can have only one expression. Okay, this is the, sorry.
Sorry to disturb, you are not sharing your screen, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sharing my screen, right? Okay, let me share my screen. Let me know if you guys are able to see my screen.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Lambda function. Don't worry, I'll be sharing this document with you so that you can practice with this document only. You can open this document in a Google Colab and practice it. Okay. If you are right now, if you are taking this training by laptop, you can directly open it uh, in your Google Colab. Hi Jyoti, thanks for joining.
I all.
I think Jyoti is also there with us. Yeah. You want me to share this file or just I explain, or you will watch, you will practice it later? L-
With
l-
presentation, you can share this file so we will go through with it.
yeah. Let me explain it. I will only execute it. Later, I will share this file with you. You can go through the file and practice it while your idle time. Okay. Okay. See, this is the lambda function. It can take any number of arguments. Here I am passing a single argument, that is 5, and after that I am adding the variable a with 10, and it will return the result 5 plus 10 15. Okay, I am executing this code. In Python, if you are giving the triple quotes, till here I have given the triple quote, it means that it is a commented one, commented lines. The lines which I have not commented is going to execute this part, and this is the line which I have not comment, I have commented, it is not going to, this is just as a comment, and this is the line which I have not commented is going to execute that part. Okay, and see here, 5, it has printed 30 and 13. Why it has printed like that? Because it has multiplied a with b, that is the 5 and 6, that is 5 into 6, it will be 30. It has printed as 30. And here I have passed three variables to the lambda function, 5, 6 and 2, and a plus b plus c, and it is going to perform the add operation on that, and it is printed here 13. Got it? Is it clear with you? Lambda functions, it can take any number of arguments, and expression can be only one. Here we have given the expression, this is the expression, it is single expression, and it has, based on this, it is going to return that result. Any doubt in lambda functions till now?
Fayaz, I have one,
Okay.
which is I understood what you explained now regarding Lambda and how we can write it syntactically.
Okay.
But my question is, how can, like, I'm asking about some, like, how practically or in which situation practically use Lambda functions in codes?
Practically, like situations like if you want to compute uh, small tasks, okay. In case of Python, when you are writing a code for Python for any business logic you are writing, and in that case you have to perform certain tasks. You see, you want to perform like multiplication operation, or if you want to do any kind of a if else conditions as well, then you can do it in the lambda functions only. See, I will give you another example. uh, See, this is the lambda. This is my definition I have defined on function here. Okay.
Yeah.
I will execute this. What it has printed? 22 and 33. Right?
Correct.
Yeah. Why it has printed 22 and 33?
The lambda got multiplied with the function expression.
Function expression. Right? In
Hmm.
such cases, if you want to line any code, any task within a single line of code, if you want to perform this activity, you have to define in multiple lines of code inside a function, right? If you are not using lambda functions, okay.
Correct.
If you are not, then you have to perform this activity in multiple lines. But lambda function reduce that multiple lines of code into a single line of code to perform certain activity.
Yes, yes, yes. Got it. Got it.
Got it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. Then what we have is classes and objects. Okay. What is class? What is object? What is object at all?
Class is a collection of object.
Yeah.
Means like
You can create any number of objects with the class, right?
yes,
Yes.
In class, you are going to define your variables and methods inside a class.
Correct.
And
yes,
how about object? What is object?
object. It's kind of
It's in a real time,
the instance of
yeah, real
class.
time instance that we can create inside the class.
Yeah.
To like abstract the properties.
Yeah. For example, I will say uh, car. I have car, bus, boat.
Yes. Mhm.
All these are objects. Right? Laptop is also a printer. It is also an object, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Each one of it's having its own properties, like its name, brand, make, model, you know. Then
Correct.
methods, car, move, speed, and all. And it will be having its own properties and objects, properties and variables. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes, Faiz.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now
I just define a class with just the single variable, my class as x is equal to y. Okay. I'm going to execute this class. Now I have defined this class. I just want to print that variable from my class. I have just printed it fine. Any doubt in here?
No, no, no doubt.
No doubt, right? Now, to initialize any variables for any class, we will be having a double underscore init method, right? It will start with here, it will start with double underscore here. It will have and end with double underscore.
Okay.
This method will initialize the class variables, right? Here, for example, I have class called person. For each person, we will be having its person's name and age, right? I'm initializing as soon as you create an object using the class, you are passing the person name and age of the person. At the same time, it will initiate its constructor. It is also called constructor method. Okay, init method is also a constructor method, which will instantiate it and it will create an object p1 with properties name and age. If I execute it, it has printed John and name. John and 36 as it. Any doubt in here?
No.
No, right? And self, what is self then?
Means that
It
particular
is,
class.
I think it refers to the same function. Like in different languages, we have this keyword, so the same thing is doing self here.
Yes, it is.
Self,
Yeah.
self is it a constructor?
No, constructor, our this method, init method is a constructor.
Constructor, right? Mm-hmm.
What is self?
Yeah, it refers to the same method. If we wanted to access any variable of the same method, then we can use self. I
Yeah.
think so.
Always it has to be self only, or you can give it any name. It always has have to be self, or you can give it any name. But condition is it has to be the first parameter. You can give any name to it. Is that fine?
Got it. Yes.
Condition is it has to be a first parameter, and self we are giving for better readability. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. You can give any name, but self an instance of a class. Okay. Instance of a class that to initialize the class variable, to initialize and build to use the class variables, it has to be first parameter of the any method which are using inside the class. What do you say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then we have string function, str function. And what is str function? Str function? Str function means it will also start with double underscore and ends with the double underscore. Okay. If see, I am just printing my object here. Okay. When I am printing my object here I was able to print name and age of the object using its variable names. What if I don't want to use my variable names? In the object name itself, I would want to print uh, the variables assigned to it. Okay, then it will not print like that. If you are using string method, okay. One more question arises here. Why we are giving the double underscore to any method or variable? Why we give the double underscore to any of you, any one of you? We give double underscore, right, to any variable. I think we many other programming languages use this. In case of Python, we give the double underscore, but why? Why? Because we are giving the double underscore. It has its own meaning that the method, this kind of a methods are private to this kind of a methods are private to this class only. That's why we are giving double underscore. Getting?
Okay, as like in Java, we use private keyword. Here we don't
Private.
have to use the keyword.
Yeah, we don't have their private keyword. That's why
Okay.
we are. See, for example, I will say my let's say person self. Okay, initialize self dot self. If I declare it like this, double if I use double underscore, this variable will be private to this class only. It
Person.
cannot
Yes.
access is outside of this class. Getting?
Yeah.
That's why we are using the double underscore to the any functions. That's why our string representation function. What it will do is it will just return the self dot name, and as I already said, the first parameter will be the self. The first parameter is going to create a instance of a class, and instance of that class name and age, it is going to return it here. If I In this case, I had printed the object, but it did not printed me the values of the instance of a class. But in this case, I have defined the string function, okay, but it is returning us the name and age of the object given. Getting? All of you
Hey,
follow me?
yes, I'm following you. What does F means for? Sorry.
It is a syntax that you have to do for returning the values of the instance of a class.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. So with every return statement, whenever you are returning any argument, you have to write F there after
write
return.
as f. Yes,
Mhm. Okay.
f of self dot name, and it has to be the variable name has to be in the curly braces.
Yes. Yes. Got it.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
And now, till now we have dealt with only variables. Now we have defined one function here. I already explained you. Function is something that we are performing certain task inside a function, and it will do that task and return. Either it can return a value, or it will not. It will just print whatever task you are doing. You will perform that task and come out of the function. Okay. And now in this, I have created a class that is a person. I have initialized the name and age, and then I am printing the name of that of that person. Okay. Any
Yeah.
doubt here? I'm firstly I am initializing my class. Till now, I already covered this part. Only one more part is that I have defined one function inside a class. With the help of that object, I am calling my function here. That's it. And I'm as I'm calling my function, it is printing, hello, my name is self.name, that is my name. That's it. Nothing else. All of you following me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Fayaz. Yeah. Fayaz, here init and str are the like system defined functions, right? So it will be same.
It is, I need, this is to return the values of any class if you want to print it using
Mhm,
object.
mhm.
Here, you are calling a function here. If you can perform certain more activity here, okay, you can do print of uh, print of 10 plus 20.
Mhm.
You are here. This is to just to return. It is a private method to this class to return the values. That's it. It will do nothing else. It will just return the values.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here this function is no, this is your user defined function. You can define any number of function inside a class. You can do
Yes.
activity, whatever activity you want to perform inside a function definition. You can do that, but make sure that you have the proper indentation. All of you following me?
Yes.
Yeah.
For yes.
Yeah.
What is the advantage of using these two functions like init and this str? Means because we can use like we are printing here, we can print the age and the name and all.
Hmm.
So means is there any advantage like why we need to use this?
Advantage is that if you want to print any object, you know, see, you cannot print any object right directly like this. Can you print any object like this? You
No.
can't. It will take the object first, initialize the object using this method, and after
Yes.
that it is going to return you that object, and it is going to print that object. You cannot print any object using print method, right? It will give you the object's memory location. See here,
Yes.
I have printed the object here, but it has given the object's memory location. But here, what I am doing with the help of string representation method function, I am printing the values of the class,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But I am not using any print. I am not accessing any of the variables. String method itself is accessing the variables and giving the result.
Okay.
Advantage is that it is encapsulation. First of all, if it will hide you the variables name and all, encapsulation will be there, data security also will be there, and you will come to know the, if you want to know the values of your objects, okay, what you are defined, you can come to know with the help of just print object method.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I already explained you, you can give any name here. It is self parameter is there. No, you are not supposed to pass this same as self. You can give my silly object. I have given any object name here. The first parameter, it is going to treat it as a self, and here I have given in the function, I have given it for the first parameter abc, and abc is the dot name I have given here. It has printed me the uh, my it has printed my whatever I have printed statement I have given, same statement I am calling. I have initialized my person object here, then I am calling my function here, and it is giving me the result. I think this part I have already covered with you. Any doubt here?
No.
Okay. If you want to modify any object properties, you can directly see here. I had created an object with the help with John as name and 36 as age, and I have printed it here. It has printed John with age as 36, but I have modified that value. I have modified that value with 40 here and reprinted the same, and it has updated and given the result as 40. John and age as 40. Any doubt? Are you clear with this?
Yes.
See, if you want to delete any object, you can directly use del function to delete an object. Firstly, if I what I will do now, let me. It has first time I initialize this. I am just printing it here P1. It has printed me the name. Second time I initialize the age with 40. Printed P1. Just I am returning only name. That's why it printed it John. Third time when I deleted the age, even though it is printed, now if I access self dot age variable from here after delete part, first two time it has printed it here, but for the third time when it's going to print it, it says that the person object has no attribute as a as age, right? As because we have deleted the age here. Getting? All of you following me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you can directly say del and delete, directly use del and P1, you can delete the object, complete object.
Got it.
Okay. Then I have already covered this part. If if you're defining a class with just a pass statement, it is going to create a class as person. We are doing nothing here to avoid any errors to happen. We can directly say pass. This class will get created, but it will not throw an error. If you are not using pass here, if you create a class, if you are not defining any uh, variables or methods to the class, it is definitely throw you a syntax error, incomplete input, like this. Okay. If you say pass, just to avoid error after creating the class without any variables and functions, then we can just use pass statement. That's it, nothing else with that. Then we have inheritance. What is inheritance?
We can inherit, like if we wanted to inherit any class, we can use inherit. Like it can extend that functionality
Yeah,
of some other class.
yeah.
Uh,
Inheritance means parent and
yeah,
child relationship. You know,
correct,
there
correct.
is a scientific reason is that for any parent, okay, for any child, pa- child will be having all the characteristics of his or her parent, as well as the new characteristics of him or herself. Getting? This is a scientific reason that every child will be having all the characters of their parents, all the characters, with new characters they learn from their experience. Okay. So similar to that, inheritance means whatever methods and objects you are defining in the parent class, you can access those methods and variables inside your child class. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. See here, I'm just simply I'm creating one class called person here. I'm just what I'm initializing the first name and last name. I'm printing the first name and last name. Then here I have created one class that is called student. If you want to inherit the parent class parent class's properties to the child class, in brackets, what you have to give is you have to give just the person class name here. It will do your task. That's it. Your nothing is your job. You have to give in bracket. You have to give the class name. Earlier I had this created this class name. This will be your parent class. Student will be your child class. I have nothing. I have not created. I have not done anything inside this class. I just say pass to avoid the error. Student class had already inherited all the properties of the parent class, and now I am invoking. I am initializing the student class with the X as an object name. This is the first name and last name. I am print with the print name. Print name is a method which I have defined in the parent class. I am just running it. I think I have not defined this. Any doubt till here?
No.
No. All of you clear with this? I am not getting an answer means you all have understood this clearly. Okay. Now, what about if we are initializing the init method? If we are initializing the parent and child class, how it has to be handled in case of inheritance. Okay. See here, you can, if you want to initialize your child class, you can directly invoke your person dot init method like this, or else you can use the super method. Super dot super means it is just upper of that. Okay. Super method, with the help of that also you can initialize the, with the help of constructor you can initialize the class variables. All of you following me?
Yes.
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 Now the super method, as we are initializing the our parameter, apart from that, if you want to have some more variable to the child class, then you can directly say self dot graduation is equal to 2019. This will be additional initialization parameter which you have performed in the child class. Okay. And now you have defined one function to the child class, print one, self dot name, self dot last name, and self dot graduation name. If you are executing it, it has initialized first name and last name through the parent initialization method, and graduation year it has initialized it from the child method, and with the help of child method print one, I have printed the values of whatever initialization I have given here. Mike Olson and 2019. Any doubt here till here? I think you all are clear with this concept.
Yes.
All of you, because you are already familiar with this programming languages, right? All of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And next thing is that it is as similar as earlier function. Just I, instead of print one, I have modified it to the welcome as a welcome. I am printing it like this: self dot age. I'm sorry, welcome self dot first name last name to the class of graduation year. Welcome my person to the class of 2019. Getting all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Till now we have covered classes and inheritance. Okay. Now we have, that is, iterators. What is iterator? What is iterator?
Is it just like a loop in Java?
Yes.
It's not like loop. It's like
Like
yeah.
the things which have multiple elements or things, iterations, multiple iterations. Suppose that list, dictionaries.
Have you guys ever heard about sequence?
Index and
It is,
sequences.
yeah,
Yeah.
index is a sequence. Sequence is correct, but it
Okay.
is not exactly a sequence. It will give the iterate of the next value. For example, see, this I have initialized a tuple here. If you want, I have declared one variable as my iterable, iter of my tuple. Okay. Firstly, let me print to you what is the value of. It is going to give you the memory location of this iterable.
Double.
This, yes, this tuple. Whether it's a tuple or a list or dictionary or a set or anything. Okay, memory location of the, if you are first, if you are using the iter function, it is going to give that memory location. If you are using the next function to that my iterable variable, then what it is going to do? It is going to give you the value of your memory location.
First.
First value, second value, third value, fourth, similarly like that. If I define here one more thing, I will say next of my, it has filtered it, give me just iterable. Getting it now?
It's like
Yes.
an increment.
Incremental value,
Yeah. Increment operator. Yeah.
increment operator. Yeah, and
If you remove kiwi and still will write the four next statements, how it
if
behaves? No, no,
Index.
not from the. Yeah,
it
correct.
will,
It will get executed
it
till.
will throw an error, definitely it will stop at the issue, because it will print you till here. From
Yeah,
next
yeah, then
iteration, it did not find any
correct.
memory location, that has thrown an error.
Yeah, understood. Yeah.
And next thing is that even iter is going to perform same thing for strings as well.
Okay.
Getting?
Yes.
because in Python strings is also treated it as a uh, indexing is allowed for strings, lists, tuples, sets, and everything. Indexing, okay, not for integers. How indexing is, I already explained over the indexing part. How indexing is happen: 0, 1, 2. If indexing 3, 4, 5, 6. Indexing, it is going to start from 0th position. This is a 0. D will be 0. And if I want to print here my str of 0, it has printed me B, right?
Yes.
If you give my str of 1, it will print you A. So A has printed here. Similar to that, in Python, for strings as well, you will be having the indexing and iterator will work for strings as well, as similar to tuples and lists. Okay. Okay. Now, so this is my for loop. With the help of for loop, I am just printing my values, iterating the values. This is called your iterables. With the help of for loop, I am iterating through. Okay. This is what we have already covered. And similar to that, with the help of for loop, we can iterate it like this. And next thing, now you will understand the iterable clearly. See, iterator with the help of class, I have one function here. Iter is a special method to this class, and next is also a special method to this class. Iter is going to initialize the value of whatever value you are passing, and then next will be your incrementing value. Okay, you are incrementing a by plus 1, returning the value. And now you are initializing this class. With the help of the class, you are iterating the value. It will going to act as a sequences. Getting? All of you following me here?
Yes.
Yes.
I have initialized with the help of special method iter and next method and incrementing the value. If what if I will increment the value by 2, this will also will increment the value by 2. You can define your own type of index with the help of iterable methods like this. Getting? All of you following me here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. If you want to stop your iteration, for example, you can do the conditions here. It is as similar as earlier. Here, you are giving the another condition that if self dot a less than 20, okay, then you are implementing the value. Otherwise, you are just stop iteration. You are raising your exception here to stop the iteration. Till 20 it got iterated. From then onwards, if you want to stop the operation, this is how much values you want to perform certain sequences. Sequences will be having their own limits, right? You can provide your limit here. You can create your own sequence here. Sequence, you understand what is sequence or indexes and all you in other programming language, right? In case of SQL also you will be having a sequence. All of you following me?
Yes.
Yeah. Then we have poly, polymorphism. Polymorphism, the name looks like polymorphism. What it is? Nothing. It is nothing but what is polymorphism then? If you want to give same name to any method for different classes, that is called polymorphism. You can give same name to the different classes. We have here class called car. We have a here class called boat. We have given the same name, that is move. I'm just printing drive here, and then move. I have method. I'm just printing sail here. Okay. Then I have plane, and for that I'm just printing fly here. Now I am creating the three objects: car, boat, and plane. Car one and boat one and plane one, and then I am calling my method, just move method. I am calling the only one method, that is move, which is defined everywhere in each class. You can do this. That is called polymorphism. You can give the same name to the methods inside different classes. Getting my point? It is as simple as that. You can give the same name to the e- methods of different classes. You can't have the two methods with the same name in the same class, but you can have it inside the different classes. Getting getting my point?
Yes.
Yes.
And now how inheritance will happen in case of polymorphism. If you are giving the same names, if you are inheriting the properties from the parent class, okay. Uh, See here, we have created one parent class, that is vehicle. We have defined one method, that is move. But for car class, I am just inheriting the all the properties from the vehicle class. I am not doing anything inside. I am not giving any input to the child class, that is car. But in case of boat and plane, I have defined the function. Initialization is happening using the parent class only, but only we have defined the function method. Function or method both are same. uh, you know Method here with the same name. We have not defined the method in the car class, but we have defined the same method inside the child class of boat and plane. Which, if you are calling the child class methods, same method, which method it your object is going to call? This is a question mark, right? Which, if you are defining your parent is also the same name, child is also having the same name. If you are invoking with it through parent class object, it is going to call the parent method. If you are invoking it through child class, it is going to invoke the child method. If the child method is not defined, then definitely it will inherit that method from the parent class and invoke it. That's it. Okay. See here, I have initialized car. Since car don't have any input, we have not defined anything inside a class, but it has initialized with the help of, by inheriting the characteristic from the parent. It has initialized the Ford and model of it, and boat also I have initialized. Okay, and placed also I have initialized. Now, I am printing the value of each brand and model that we have initialized with the help of parent method, and now I am printing it. Are you able to find any differences here? Rishabh, Geeta, Sunil, Kiran, all of you. Are you able to find a difference here?
Mm, right.
See, each time when we call our for loop, it will iterate through each car, each object, and x dot car one, that is the brand, it has printed it here. And from the car. From the car, we have not defined anything inside the car. It has initialized it through here and it has printed, that is Ford and Mustang. It has printed it here. It has printed move because move method, it has taken it from the parent method, that is move here. That's why it has printed move. Okay. But in case of when it comes to board it will initialize with these values. It, I am going to print the same value, that is visa and touring 20, and I am printing my move method. It has not printed the move because move is from the parent clause. We already have board in board. We already have that is move method, that is that supposed to print a sale. It has printed it here sale. Okay, and similar to that, when we comes to plain one, we have brand here and model here, which is going to initialize using parent class. It has initialized and printed it here. I'm printing the values of this brand here, that is going in 747, that is going in 747 here. And fly method, in the fly method, we already have it in the parent as well, and already we have it in child as well, which as it is a child method, that's why it is calling from the child method and printed fly. Getting all of you?
Yeah. Yes,
Yes.
Mahesh.
Okay. Then we have variable scope. I think we have left this small part. Can we have a break of 5 minutes here? I will come back again. Now we have something called scope. Scope of a variable. Scope. What is scope? Scope means what? Any variable scope.
Scope of the variable means like
Access.
yes, yes. These are the access modifiers of the variables. It may be
Right.
local or global.
Local or global, right? We can where we can access it, right? The variable
Yes,
which are defined outside it also called global variable. The variable which are defined inside the function is called local to that function. Okay.
correct.
The variable,
Mm.
if you have nested functions, okay, function inside a function, then the variable defined outside the function will be able to access how much nested you have given till your till until the depth of the nested you will nested function you will be able to access it. But variable defined inside a function in any function will be having access to that variable function itself. Okay. See here, I have defined x is equal to 3. It has printed with 300 here. Okay. Similar to that, now I have define x is equal to 300, and inside that I have one more function, that is my inner function. Still I am able to access this function from inner function. If I have variable is equal to y here, is equal to 100. Okay. And if you are printing it from here, print of y, definitely you will not be able to access it. Getting? Now I will print this y here. It has printed the value, right? Yeah. And next thing is we have this is called global variable. I have declared this variable outside of this function. That's why I'm able to access from inside the function and as well as outside the function. Getting? And next thing,
Yes.
this is as simple as that. Then we have local and global variable here. I am printing my local variable. You can have the same name to the uh, local and global variable. Here I have defined one variable x outside function, and I have defined one more function that is x here. And in this scope, you can have same name to the same name to the two variables. It will treat it as two different variables. Getting? This variable is different because it is outside the scope, and this variable I have to initialize it inside a function is inside this scope. That's why it is treated it has a two variables, and it has printed firstly from here 200 and next from this as 300. Getting? If you want to make any variable as global, okay, this variable you want to make it global using global function, you can make it global. Okay, see here, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I will say it has 400. It has printed 400 400. Why? Because I have made this variable as global here. You can have same name to two different variables inside a function, outside a function. But if you want to make that variable as a global, you can use global keyword. With the help of global keyword, you can make it a global, and has printed 400 400. Getting? Getting all of you?
Yes.
Yeah. Then we have non-local variable. What is non-local variable?
It means I guess it can use in multiple methods or something like outside of method.
Non-local is
Kind of
global.
global.
Yeah. Come again.
Non-local variables are like global variables. Can be used for inner as well as outer function. Both the functions like that. Is it?
Yeah. Variable non-local function means variable going to be part of the outer function, not of the nested function. See here, I am firstly I am calling my function. See here, what I did. I have created one some function that is my function. I am calling my func one, that is my func one. Once my function one is been called, I have initialized the value x is equal to j, and now I have made the x as non-local. It means that it is this x is non-local to this function, even though I have initialized it to hello. Okay, first I am printing this function here. When I am printing this, it has printed j. Okay, when when this function is returning the value as hello. See, I will not print this here.
to Zen. So is this accessible in nested function or not?
See here, this is accessible in the nested function. See,
Okay.
now, see, I have commented x is equal to hello.
Hmm.
We will
Hmm.
be able to access it in the nested function.
Zen. Got it. Got it.
As we
You can
modify it
change.
here, as we modify it here,
Hmm.
the modified value will also reflect in the
Hello. Got
outside
it.
function.
Hmm.
Getting?
Got it.
Now, what we have is, in Python, we have something called modules. What is module in Python? Module means if you have defined a piece of code, okay, if you have defined a piece of code, that is called a module. For example, you can define a dictionary, sets, lists, tuples, whatever variables you define it, and methods you can define it, save it as module name dot py. If you're defining it like that, it is going to treat it as a module. You would save it in somewhere in your drive, and you can access it. How you can access it? Using import method you can access it. Okay, see, now I have created one function here, that is greeting hello name, hello argumento I have given here. I have created one variable inside this module, that is person dictionary I have created. In this dictionary, what I have did, name is equal to John, age is equal to 36, country is equal to Norway. Okay, and now when, see here, this is my model here. Okay, let me delete this file here. Okay, now I am executing this. Refresh. 36 import module, my module, got import my module, one minute. See, it has thrown an error, right? Now what I will do is, I will go and create a file. Okay, I will say Python file and my module one. I'm going to save it in my C drive somewhere. I'll say work. Okay, my module. I have saved it, Python file. Now I'm going to upload that file here. My module one.py. Getting now? For all of you following, this is an important concept. Please understand this. Okay. Since I didn't have any my module earlier, now I have created this my module here .py .file name. Okay. Now I will execute this. It has printed as, I said import from module my module one. That is, for it will take it from here and will print hello augmento and a That is, it is going to access the person's age using my module. If you want to access any dictionary, this is the person one is a dictionary, right? All of you following me? Person one is a dictionary. I am accessing the age here. Following me?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Age. And now I am accessing the age here. My module dot person one I have given here, and because of that, I am able to access that variable here. Getting? Similar to that, we have inbuilt modules inside Python. Okay, we have some module that is a platform as an inbuilt module. If you want to know what is the Python compiler, okay, you can say just execute this import platform. You will come to know what is the compiler name here, and with the help of dir function, you can find out uh, how many functions are there inside this module. You can say here underscore processor is a module. If you want to find the what is the processor here, you can give here directly like this. You can print it. I'm sorry. The
So this dir like directory can be used for all modules.
no, yeah, for if you all modules, if you want to find out how many uh, what are the
How many inbuilt functions are there?
yeah 100 inbuilt functions are there inside that module, you
Hmm.
can find using the other function.
Got it.
Okay, and here I'm accessing the processor module here. Processor object is this is showing the memory location. If you want to find the here system is a module here. If you want to find system, it will show as Linux. Okay, okay, yeah. Now if you want to access only part of a module, okay, in this module we are accessing first part of a module. What is part of a module? We have methods, and in this module what we have this method, right, and this dictionary. I want to access only the dictionary. Then I will say from module import person one. Okay, and now I am printing here person of age. It has printed the 36. Now earlier we had given my module name dot person one of age like this. Now we are using the from clause here. With the help of from, we are using the from module here. That's why if you are using the from module and import part of it, then no need to give the module name again here. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, next we have what we have is exceptions. What is exceptions means? Any errors while executing the code, it is called an exception, right? Any error,
Yes.
it is happen, it can be runtime error, it is a programmatical error, any kind of error. Okay, you can call define that kind of exception using try and except. Try will execute the code, and except will, if any error happened during the trying during the code execution, except will throw that exception here. Okay, now we have many things here. Here try here we have, except we have, else we have, and finally we have four part in the exceptions. Try and try, it will execute the code. Except means it will catch an exception, it will throw an exception. Else means when there is no error, when there is no error, else is going to execute. Definitely if there is no error, else is going to execute. Okay, finally means whether there is an error or not, finally is going to execute without any pause. Okay, finally will execute whatever. If there is an error, if there is no error, finally will execute. Else, when else will execute? when there is no errors.
There is no error.
When there is no errors, finally, when finally will execute, when there
It
is
will always execute
when there is
in both the conditions.
in the both conditions, error or not, finally
Yeah.
will execute. Okay, that's it.
Yes.
Okay, now let's do that practically here. Since we have cache an exception here, because z, we have not initialized the z here, that's why it has caught this exception. If I will define the z as 0, z as 100, okay, then it is not going to print this exception. Getting? Similar to that, we can have multiple exceptions, okay, using apps. Here, this is the name error. If you know in advance what type of exception it is, okay, you, if it is a name exception, you can catch it. And since we already had defined z is equal to 100 here, that's why it is not thrown an error here. If I will say this is f, okay, f we have not initialized, that's why. No, f is a our file type inbuilt variable. That's why we cannot use f. Okay, we will say L. Variable x is not defined here. It should be L here. We could have write L. It is a name error, right? You can have multiple exception errors here. Okay, and now else, when will else execute? Else will execute when
When there is
there
no error.
is, when there is no error. Here we don't have any error. We are just printing in the try block. We are just printing the hello. We don't have any error. It has printed. It has executed this as well, right? And now
But here,
finally,
like, if we don't have any error, then we can execute that thing, try block itself, right?
when there is no execute, we have executed the try block definitely. Apart from try
Yeah,
block,
that.
apart from try
Okay.
block, we have executed
Mhm.
else as well.
Okay.
Okay.
So suppose that we have three functions in try block, right?
Try.
And
Okay.
suppose that we have we are calling three functions, and first function itself throwing error. So
Okay.
instantly it will come in except block, or it will try will run other functions also, like
No, no.
after two functions.
Immediately it will come to accept block.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah. Accept block. At that time, else will not execute.
got
Yeah. Now we have finally. Finally means now I will define a variable here as L. Okay. L executed. Here, first of all, we don't have any variable as L. That's why it has printed X block. And finally, going to going to execute definitely whether we have error or not. It has executed it. Right? Getting all of you?
yes.
Yeah.
I have to go on one call for 10 minutes. So
10
can I
minutes.
join after 10 minutes?
Okay, not a problem. I think I'm going to finish this class for now. I will be, I will take not more than 10 to 15 minutes long.
Okay, I will come in 5 minutes.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay. Uh, remaining people can follow me. Okay.
Yes, Faiz.
Okay. Now we have this kind of exception can be useful in terms of opening and closing the files. File handling is something like we can open, read, or write into a files, right? We can open the file, we can read from the file using test file or a binary file. We can open the file, read the file, and we can write into the file. We can open before, if you close the file, we have written to the file. If you're closing it before it, if you're closing it, if you're not closing it, then you will not be able to see the changes which has happened on the file. That's why we have to close a file always. Okay, here we have a file called demo file. I have demo file. I am going to open this file here. Since we don't have the demo file here, it will try to uh, it will go to and execute the try block. Something went wrong while opening the file. While where it will print, it will it is a nested kind of exception. First, it will try whether while opening the file, it has tried here. Since it did not found the file here, that's why it got printed like this. Let me upload the demo file from here. One second. All of you are familiar with this Google Colab, right? Hello.
Yes, yes. Actually, we have to create account here, right? That Google Collab account, and then only
No,
we can
no,
start.
not at all required. You just go and do the Google. Okay,
Okay. Mhm.
go to Google. Just say collab. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and just right click and open in a new tab. It will open it like this. It will ask like this.
Mhm.
Then you can say new notebook. Click on new notebook. It will give you a new notebook. That's why start working. That's it. Nothing else. No need to install anything. No need to install Python and all. You can work like
Understood.
this.
But Fayaz, like debugging wise, which
Huh.
application is good to use? Like if you think about the debugging and the that,
Debugging Python code.
yes, yes.
Debugging
How we
code.
can like use debuggers? Which
Debug.
application is better for that?
No, editor. You are asking about editor, right?
Yes, I am asking about editor.
You have Jupyter notebook. You have Google Colab is also editor. Colab is also very good. You can use the Jupyter. That is also very good. Whether whichever editor you are using, there in the downside, each code you have executed, right? If you find any error, there it will show you the error code and all. With the help of that only, you have to identify and debug the error.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So, how to add breakpoints and all while we are executing? Now, these are the small codes, that is fine. But in the bigger programs, how it works, like
That's what. See here.
hmm,
See breakpoints. What we are doing giving here is firstly I am opening one file here. Okay.
yeah.
This is the three-liner code, right?
Yes.
I'll go here. You first what you do breakpoints you have given here. Okay. And you see here you don't have any files uploaded here, right?
Correct.
Let me upload a file here. That is my demo file. I have uploaded the file here, right? Now I will open it.
Okay. So,
File it has executed successfully. It is marking tick mark, otherwise you throw an error in the downside. Okay.
correct. Correct. Hmm.
Now in the second code, I'm printing the
Yeah. Correct. It will
value.
go to the source and it will get the data.
Yeah. If I am doing this activity in a single liner, it's a single code within a single code. We are breaking it using
Understood.
you can write any number of codes here. We are breaking here the code. Okay. You can break how much number of code you want to break. You can break here. This is very good application. Collab. You can use it. Okay.
Uh, yes, yes, got it.
Yeah. And now that we have opened a file here, I already showed this. Printing it here. Looking for the file. Then we have closing the files. How to close a file? Where I think I was. here, right? Yeah. Now I will execute this. Demo file I have executed here. Something went wrong when writing to the file. I am not able to write to the file here. That's why it has printed the exception here. And then demo file closed. Then we have the finally here. Try and accept. Finally will going to execute.
This
Uh,
test.
Whether it's an error or not, file is going to execute. That's why it will execute. Okay.
Hmm.
Now we have, if you want to raise any exception by your side, if you want to raise any exception from your side, okay, if there is x is less than 0, x is equal to -1, I have visualized it, it is less than 0, you want to raise this exception. I will just execute this code. See, this code has raised an exception. Sorry, no numbers below 0. It has raised an exception. Okay, you can raise your own exceptions using raise method. Okay, and here, if see, if you want to raise any specific error using raise error, if it is a type error, you can define, you can say that only integers are allowed because hello is a string and you are raising an error for the integers. Okay, if type of x is equal to integer, not. If it's true, it is going to throw this exception. No, it is not an integer, right? It is a string. X is not an integer, not I explained here. X is not an integer, that's why it's throw an error. And now, how we can help of open method, we can with the option as read default values as read r, we can read the file with the help of, if the file, if you are using the r function, if error will happen if the file does not exist. If you are using append, then it will append the file. If the file does not exist, it will create the new file. If you are using a w method, it will open a file for writing. If the file does not exist, it will throw an error. X, uh, it will create a new file. If the file does not exist, it will throw an error. Similar, next we have text is for text file, T is for text file, B is for binary files. Then what we have is, we are using using open method. We used to open the any file, any text file. Using R means for reading purpose, T means text file, it is a text file. Then we have is, we are with the help of open method, open demo file. With the help of this, we can open any file. And then we have, if you want to read and print only 5 characters from the file, you can use read of 5. With the help of that, you can print only 5 characters, that is hello, from this file. If you open and see the demo file here, where is the demo file? Let me open the demo file here. See here, hello. It has this content, right? It has printed this. And next what we have is read lines. Okay. Then we are reading line by line. We have in this file, we have first line, we have printed it here. Hello, welcome to demo file.txt. First line it has printed here. And next two lines, if you want to print the 2 lines, you can write the print statement, read line 2 times. You can print the 2 lines. If you want to loop through the file, you can use the loop. You can use the for loop, and you can print all the lines. It will print each line by line. And then what we have is, if you want to open print read a line, and then if you want to close a file, you can close a file like this using close method. Then we have, you can use append method to open file for appending. Append means if the file does not exist, will create a new file. Here see, we don't have the file as demo file 6. I have opened it for append purpose as file. Whoops, it has created. See, I have the file have been created here, right? Demo file 6, right? Getting all of you? Since we didn't have demo file 6, I have open it using append method. It has created a new file here. Getting all of you? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And next is that then I'm creating a file using w method for writing purpose. Then I'm creating a file using x method. Since the file did already exist, that's why it is throwing an error. Then I will open it for the writing purpose. If the file does not exist, it will create a new one. With the help of import.os method, you can delete, you can remove a file. Since see here, the os.remove demo.txt I have given here. Demo.txt is here. I have executed this. It has been removed from here. Okay. And next thing what we have is oh, you can check if the file exists or not. If the file exists, it will delete. You can delete it. Use an os dot. You can import the os method. With the help of importing the os method, you can remove this file. And if the file does not exist, it will print this one. Okay. And if you have any folder here, if you see, uh, if you want to remove this folder here, see this folder have been removed from here. Getting? Yeah, that's it from my end. All of you guys have any questions till today? I have already shared with you the exercise document for you for the first class. I will share the new. I will engage with you guys on this for next upcoming for the next 2 weeks. I'm not here and onwards. There will not be any session for Python, but I will be sharing you the exercise questions for a couple of weeks. You can follow with me and you can come up with me for any exercise if you want. Is that fine, Rishabh,
Yes,
Sunil,
Uh,
fine.
yes, yes, Faiz.
Yes. Yes.
Pragati? Yeah, I will. All of you guys, any have any questions till now?
No, not now.
Okay.
Uh, Faiz, not like exactly on Python, but I'm
Okay.
talking about the Python automation.
Automation.
Uh,
Okay.
so, like we are preparing for, if we are preparing for Python automation,
Hmm.
then out of these topics, which topics are quite important for like writing scripts while we are automating them?
See, for Python automation and all,
Mhm.
uh, you will be dealing with multiple other modules. Okay. In Python, you
Mhm.
will be having uh, many modules, inbuilt modules. With the help of inbuilt modules, you can perform like you know uh, all the activities in C. In case of data engineering, in case of data science, you have in Python we have something called NumPy. We have something called data frames. We have data frames, pandas. Pandas, NumPy, SciPy. Matplotlib for graphical representation. You have something called Matplotlib. For scientific operations, scientific calculation, you have SciPy. Those modules we have, if you are importing those modules, and with the help of those modules, definitely these topics, whatever we have learned till today, it is going to be useful for you to write any script. Variables, tools, dictionaries, sets, dictionaries, sets, and lists, you know, uh, tuples. These all the concepts are foundation for Python to use any script, Python script. If you are writing any automation script for in Python, okay, definitely there you are going to deal with Python code. How you are supposed to write the Python code? There must be an indentation in Python. You will have to learn the indentation, how indentation is handled in Python. Till now, I have you can watch my videos. You can see how clearly I have explained the indentation in Python.
Yeah.
Indentation means block of code. It is a block of code. Okay. Indentation means in case of other programming language, you will be having like curly braces for a piece of block of code, and if else condition for loop, you will be having a curly braces. But in case of Python, you will not have such things. You will be having a indentation spaces, right? Okay, you
Right.
have to learn on that. You have to learn for loops, how for loop works, how range works, how sequences works, how indexing is been handled, how slicing is been handled. If you learn all these concepts, then you will be able to write a automation script in Python. Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't know the basic concept and directly you jump into the automation script, definitely it will overhead you, right?
Right.
If you know the basic concept, then for your support, you will be getting some additional modules, additional scripts in automation, how a job is to be run in Python, how which tool you use to run any a specific job. If any job is getting failed, okay, then at that time automatically with the help of Python, how you can reinitiate that job and to run that job. How if any specific error happens, with the help of Python, how you identify that error, with the help of that error, how you can uh, uh, how you can rectify and analyze, and you can re-execute that code from where the point of failure. You can do such kind of automations, right?
Yes.
Such kind of all that automation you can perform it only if you know the basic programming. It is Sunil, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Sunil. If you see, if you have the foundation, great foundation, then upskilling will be easier. If you don't have the foundation well, then if you are coming to a direct harder part, then you will not be able to understand the easiest part, right?
Hmm. Yes. Yes. I understand, Fayaz. Correct.
Yeah, yeah, like that. So what I would like to say is learn Python well. Initial step to learning initially how variables is defined, how loops is handled, how conditional is handled, what is dictionaries, what is list. Most of the times it is the how correlate with list and dictionary, and correlate with pandas, correlate it with arrays and numpy. What is numpy and all? When you learn all this concept, no, then you will be getting a interest in your automation, automating your task in the advanced script in Python. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. You can take any sample automation script from the your chat GPT or from you can Google it and find any if you go through it, any specific module they are importing, you have to understand that module, and based to understand that module, you have to know the basics of Python first, right?
Right.
Because modules, whichever modules you are going to understand, that modules again written in the Python only. You if you want to understand that module, then you need to understand first what is Python, right?
Yeah.
And learn about that. If you have any questions, you can come to me. And also I have shared you guys one exercise questions. You please
Yeah.
work on that so that you will become familiar with the Python. Okay. uh,
Hmm.
I have given some indexing and slashing strings and others. I will give you some more questions to practice on that and come up with me. I will give you some advanced questions and we keep practicing. I'm not giving it in a short period of time. You take your time, 1 week, believe me. You keep on practicing, then you come to understand how you will going to be perfect in case of Python. Okay.